The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi!
Hello! Right, so I'm starting out with something we actually forgot to do last week. Last week, specifically though, being episode 156, which is our 3-year anniversary for episodes.
As is tradition, we forgot our yearly crossover again.
That episode marked 3 years of weekly content.
We've done well.
Yeah, I would not have expected us to have been doing this for this long. Particularly just the three of us, since John Doe joined at episode 18, so he's been here for 90% of it.
Yeah.
It's just shit. I didn't think we'd get together every week for 3 years and do this silly little show.
It's managed to keep most of us sane.
It's actually been
sane-ish.
Really good.
Yeah.
Well, I think it really helps that we kind of use it as a bit of an excuse to shoot the shit, talk about what's going on in the world, hang out with each other for a couple hours.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The preamble lasts at least an hour and a half most days, and it's the post-amble.
Yeah.
Actually gives me
Usually
some sort of social life, because if I want to go out in this town, Jesus.
Yeah, we get to pretend. It's great. I like pretending.
But yeah, we forgot to point that out last episode. Go us. Look, in our defense, the squirrels were strong last week.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So, this week, we've got a couple big things on the deck, but we've got to get through the stuff first. So, first up, Google's decided to remove a number of public holidays from its automatic on... Shut up, phone.
Never.
From calendars.
Yeah, and they've chosen some weird ones. Do we have the full list?
I've heard a couple of different reportings on what it is.
Regardless, this is very much corporations don't give a fuck about you or your cause at all. They will literally only go with who's in power at the moment and what they say. That's all this is. That's why they put the pride flag up for a month or for the period of time they're required to, and then it disappears. They don't give a fuck. Thing.
There was a thing recently after the most recent Pride showing from corporations. Right, the cutoff date is this. Everyone watch midnight. The second they can, back to normal.
Yeah.
And they were right. It was great. It was hilariously horrible.
What's particularly dumb is that they've stated that the reason they wanted to stop doing this is that it's getting too bloated. There's too many holidays. Guys, it's a fucking text file and a note flag. Come on. You already put in when Black History Month is. Or fucking...
they're doing more
the LGBT stuff. It's Pride Month and stuff like that. It's you already put it in. It's already there.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything else with it. It's not like the month changes every year and you go, okay, when's Black History Month this year? I don't know.
Oh, when's Easter this year? Oh, fuck, what bloody weekend is it? You set it and fucking forget it. You already set a new fucking picture on your search engine every other fucking day for something else that happened. But this week is set and forget, suddenly, gotta go.
Nah, can't do it. No, it's too hard.
Yeah.
God, it's dumb.
It kind of okay, tinfoil hat time. But,
I love tinfoil hat time.
Oh yeah,
it really does kind of reek of a lot of what we took away in Black History Month, Women's Month, LGBT holidays. Yeah, all the kind of things that Mr. Trump probably would like very much.
Yeah,
pretty much. They are definitely covering themselves there.
Like I said, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but too many things line up.
I'm not saying it's what they're doing, but there's a lot of things happening that look very similar.
It doesn't. It can't say exactly that's what it is, but if the shoe fits on the foot and laces up without fucking rubbing anywhere, it's most likely it fucking fits.
Probably.
Goddamn.
Right, so let's go to something lighter from that.
So we're moving away from America.
Steam's doing good shit.
Yeah, they've actually been on a roll recently. It's been pretty good.
So I think it was last week we talked about how they'd implemented the thing where like early access games, they'll like shame them for how long since they last updated.
Yeah.
And
I
this week they've committed to if your game contains advertising inside of it, required to you essentially watch an ad. Yeah. So they can still have like a brand,
but on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they can still have a brand deal. Like they had one with I actually really disliked it. I recently finished Spider-Man 2, and Miles's last suit is sponsored by Adidas.
Oh, fuck off.
So that it's not too egregious advertising. The suit looks like crap. Yeah. Like it looks terrible.
I assume it's just the carbon fiber one reskinned with the colors for...
No, it looks like it's got like... So it's all like a hot pink purple.
Oh.
And then the accent, instead, like the kind of spider accent that's on all their suits, it's these big, thick, like they look like gel packs.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does not look good.
For like the gel peel thing they do. Yeah.
No. I mean, like you know that thick, like, plastic thing that, like, you poke it in and it's kind of soft?
Yeah.
It's like that, but, like, that's where the spider's coming out. It looks weird. Yeah. It's not good. Odd. I know I'm describing it terribly, but look it up. It looks bad. He's got Adidas sneakers on, and, like, on the tongue, like, really prominently, it says Adidas. The problem is, when he does the hero landing... the foot, like, by default, the foot is, like, pushed to the camera.
That is true.
So you kind of just have Adidas shoved in your face every time he lands.
Oh, God. Why would you even use... Is there any benefit to the suit, or is it just a cosmetic one?
It's just cosmetic. All the suits are cosmetic in 2. They disconnected powers from suits in the second one.
Fair.
So it's purely a cosmetic thing. Although they have the most... You know what? Hang on. I have to find it. I have to get this and show it to you because it is... Holy shit.
He's inflicting something.
Someone vamp while I find this.
Vamping? That's going to be fun.
Anyway, this thing where Steam wants to take away fucking ads from like games and shit. It was only about a week ago where the CEO of EA said, we want to try and find a way to insert more ads into our games. And then suddenly this. It's like, yay, Steam!
I think Steam at this point is just sitting there going, you know what, fuck it. We'll be the only, games corporation thing that people trust. We're going to take all that nicety you guys have been fucking them over for and just feed on this.
If you won't regulate yourself, we'll fucking do it for you.
I just like the idea of the just Steam sitting there going, oh, hey, Sony, you like walled gardens? Watch this.
Yeah.
Just building a protected walled garden. It's like, oh no, he did it properly. Fuck. But then again, they could also be horrible monsters. They may turn around next week and fuck us all over. You never know.
But like, Steam also recently took down a game that was literally just a fucking virus.
Yeah, it was just malware.
Yeah. And like, it had a really low fucking player base, but even with just that player base was enough for them to fucking pull that game. I think it had 20-something players, and that was enough for Steam to go, fucking no, not happening.
Yeah, they caught that shit early. So what was it doing? Was it just...
it was phishing, siphoning data. Yeah,
okay. Fuck that.
But yeah, I don't think it had a whole lot of players. But yeah, it's amazing how few people played it and Steam still managed to recognize and pull it.
Ideally, it would never have made it there in the first place, but for just 20 people or something, like that low, and they caught it that quickly, fucking well done.
It peaked at 5 concurrent players, but it had like a 25-player like install base.
Yeah.
And that's all it took for Steam to go, fuck no.
Yeah. I like that. I wonder what actually clued it onto them. Was it people reporting it, or was it...
The article doesn't say.
Yeah. I don't know how they picked it up.
So one of the players said it ran their Steam wallet dry. So it just started making charges against their Steam wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
So
fine.
it compromised their wallet and any skins and stuff they had on their account and siphoned data.
So basically it's a backdoor into their account.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Hopefully this doesn't start a trend. Like,
Well, Steam started a slight other trend because Sony's now committing to getting rid of some of their shovelware / AI slop from their storefront as well.
Thank fuck.
No, thank
Hopefully
fuck
Nintendo
that.
will follow.
Maybe. Depends
Right.
if they're selling dollar signs.
Yeah. Right. So I found the thing I needed to show you. So
Right, actually, just before we go to that, it's really lucky that Dan picked up the conversation because my brain was spinning and all I could think of was, "Oh, grey mare sheep ain't what she used to be." And that was just playing in my head for a majority of the time that Dan was talking.
that is not the response you're supposed to give when I go, guys, vamp.
Well, about half a second before I re-looked at the article, my head just started to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, we're not the smartest of people some days. If you tell us to do a smart thing, we freeze.
Why do you think I said vamp, not create good content?
That's a good point. He knows his audience.
We even covered the topic. I don't know what you fucking want from us.
Anyway.
I found the thing I needed to show you from Spider-Man 2.
Nice.
Because we're talking about the skins.
Yeah.
I'm going to link it in the chat right now. The most 90s skin fucking ever.
Wait. Ah. It looks like someone's taken one of the bus coverings, like the seat coverings, and turned it into a suit. Holy shit. I want
Like
this.
I said, that is the most 90s suit I have ever seen for
oath.
Spider-Man.
Oh, the fucking headset, the backwards visor, everything about this is great. Holy shit.
I didn't use it for the game for one reason. It's too dumb. Anytime they'd been having a serious emotional scene with that skin, it would have killed it.
Now I kind of want to get this game just for this skin. Like, fuck.
I'll see if I can find an image to link in the show notes, but it's so fucking dumb. I love it.
So much neon.
It's so stupid in the way you want something like a stupid skin.
Yeah.
And you get that one just by default for starting up the game. You don't have to earn it or anything. You just be like, day one, let's be 90s Spider-Man.
Day one, I can be 90s. I'm buying this game today. Fuck.
I mean, I'll save it for the end of month episode on games to give you a good breakdown on it. But I would tell people it's Spider-Man 2 gameplay wise is basically Spider-Man 1 again.
Yeah.
If you want to experience the story, which is very good, they do a lot of legwork to get some things to the points where they need to be. It's pretty good. But gameplay-wise, experientially, it's not that much different from the last one. So if
Basically
you
just a new
finish,
story pack.
it feels more like a 1.5 instead of a 2 as far as gameplays goes.
A bit
Controls
like
a
how
bit-
Miles was like Miles Morales, like the game for him. That felt like DLC.
1.25.
Yeah. Well, see, Miles Morales' game was still using a lot of the mechanics from the base game.
Yeah.
Hence why, we all know, even the devs have admitted it was originally planned as DLC. But the second one, everything's tied up. They disconnected suit powers. They changed the way some of the combat works. It's a tighter product. It's definitely improved. But experientially, it's really not that different.
Yeah.
So if you played the first one and were like, I got full on everything I needed from the first game, second game's probably not going to set your world on fire. On the other hand, you enjoyed the first one and want to play more Spider-Man, well, the story is really good in the second one, and I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that first one.
That's the only way I could put that. I would not necessarily be like, yes, you should go play Spider-Man 2. It would entirely come down to how much do you want to play more Spider-Man.
A lot.
Yeah, currently it's on my decision table if it's Spider-Man 2 or Monster Hunter Or, yeah, I've got several games I'm trying to pick from at the fucking moment.
I'm sure by the end of the month I'll have more for you because March has some fucking bangers coming out in it.
I might have to wait
I've
till
been playing
March.
some weird games too, actually. Like, I've been playing some odd stuff. So I have some interesting things throughout the end of the month to wrap up.
Let's say keep it in your pants. We've got an episode at the end of the month to do.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to have to talk about the Must Kid thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Might as well.
So there's two things been going around. Basically, Musk was in the Oval Office with Trump, who was basically sitting there in his presidential cuck chair.
I love that
Musk-
description, to be honest.
I didn't come up with that. I fucking wish I did. But yeah, it's exactly what's happening. And he's there with his kid while he talks about what Doge is doing, and there's a hot mic near him.
Yeah.
And there's two things that apparently the kid has said. One of them I'm a little dubious about. I've watched the clip. I don't hear it, even with the dialogue, because like there's things where like if you show text over something, you can get people to hear things. I can't hear the first one, which is supposedly the kid telling Trump that he's not the president
and should go away or something.
Yeah. I don't feel that one as much as a lot of other people are. Like I said, I couldn't hear it. And then the second one is him saying, I want you to shut your mouth. You shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I don't hear all of it, but I could definitely see the lip movement for most of it. And it's like, that one feels a little more like it might have happened.
Yeah. For me, like, the bad thing there is a kid that young doesn't think this shit up on their own. They normally learn that behavior. So he's probably heard someone saying that, or he's been told that. So that's fun. Apparently Trump's not very happy about this.
The whole thing, like, Trump's trying to give a talk about fucking whatever bullshit he's on about now, and the kid's in the background fucking second knuckle deep trying to tickle the back of his brain through his nostril.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, just drag that kid out of there.
Someone in charge of the White House, like social media, tried to put up a cute moment where it's a picture of, I think it's JFK with his kid who's playing under the desk. And it's like, oh, you know, history repeats itself. And it's got Elon's kid looking bored as fuck, just kind of touching the desk. And Trump looking like someone's shitting his oatmeal. And it's like, all right.
Someone probably did shit in his oatmeal.
Possibly. But it's just like,
Hey,
why would
he
you
asked for
post
that
this?
flavour.
Yeah.
Those aren't raisins in his cereal.
They're knowledge pills.
I imagine, like, Trump must have a poison tester at this point.
Man, imagine how weird it would have been back in, like, medieval times for the poison tester before we knew, like, what a peanut allergy was.
Yeah, no, I imagine a lot of people must have died due to weird allergies.
Oh, my food tester ate this, then he died. I'm not eating this.
Yeah.
Despite the fact you don't have a peanut allergy.
So, I'm not eating this. Also, bring me the cook. I need to kill him.
Or not knowing the king has a peanut allergy.
Yeah.
And then, like, what's this new food? Peanut. Oh, let's try this.
Living
He was
anywhere
fine.
near a king. Like, everything I read about history, living anywhere around a king just meant that at any point you could die.
Yeah.
Just, at some point, the king might be like, you know what? No, fuck this guy. I stubbed my toe yesterday. Clearly it was his fault. Throw him in the moat.
Then again, there was that guy whose entire job was to once a year turn up, fart incredibly loudly, and got to be a lord.
Yeah. It was a time of shenanigans. So.
Speaking of shenanigans, Blizzard wants to bring back loot boxes for Overwatch 2.
Gotta bring back Overwatch 2 first.
Yeah, I know, right?
Have you
Resuscitate
learned
the
your
product
lesson, old
before you...
man?
I'm pretty sure at this point, they're just trying to get whatever cash they can get out of whoever's still left.
Yeah, this is like a last-ditch effort to get some money out of it before, like, bailing.
We're gonna milk them before we
Yeah.
just can the project.
They're gonna. I reckon they're gonna shut the servers down in the next few years.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, given how Marvel Rivals has completely usurped its position.
Oh, I love the salt as well coming from them. It's like, no, your character release schedule's too cramped. And, you know, people are gonna hate this. It's like, people are loving this, man.
Yeah.
When was the last time you dropped a character? Like, don't ask those questions.
And with the kind of catalog they've got to work with, it's like, we can do this for a long time.
they honestly don't have to sit there and brainstorm up new characters and backstories. They have them on hand. It's like, cool, we have another person from this thing.
They just have to brainstorm, like, okay, we need another support. What character can we pull out to do the support role this time?
Yeah. Who can we pull out of Deep Freeze?
That freezer is fucking deep. It's just literally what do we want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I can tell you
they
exactly
can basically
what we want. Make a fucking animated series. Jesus.
Yes.
That's
God.
all we want. That's all we've ever fucking wanted.
As much as I shit on that game, I love the universe they made. I fucking hate how nice it is. Because, Blizzard animators. Blizzard animators are fucking great at what they do. Just shut down the game portion of their thing and just give the animators more time.
Or here's a shocking idea. Single player game.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, originally that's what Overwatch was meant to be, but then they...
I'm pretty sure
even
when it was Titan, it was still pitched as an MMO.
It was pitched as as Tracer being the main character of something, and then they're like, "No, this is more fun if we make it like a fight role thing." But there's a few.
It's been a while since I looked into it.
I remember it popping up everywhere for a bit.
Because I know it was originally Project Titan, and then it became Overwatch. But yeah, it's been a long time since. I mean, it's been a long time since I gave a shit about Overwatch.
I think it's been a long time since anyone really gave a shit about it. Like, since Marvel Rivals, like, they're really looking at their wallet going, oh, fuck, it's draining. It's draining so quickly.
For the amount of good stuff I've heard about Marvel Rivals, I have been tempted to, like, try it out.
No, the one you want to play is Gigantic.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
If you want to play a MOBA-style game, go play Gigantic. It's much better.
Nice.
It's on Game Pass, so...
I love Game Pass!
Obligatory Game Pass shield.
One day they'll pay us.
I fucking know. So, how about we go talk about their rival?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So, the Sony State of Play happened today. And we've got some trailers to look at.
Awesome.
When you guys have got the trailer list up.
I do.
We're starting with the Borderlands, that one?
That's with Borderlands 4.
Yep.
Alright, let's see if they can reel me back in.
I mean, it's basically just a pile of guns. It's Borderlands.
Yeah.
The big problem I have is, like, Borderlands always looks good in a trailer.
Yeah.
Because they get to show off a bunch of powers and a bunch of crazy guns and a bunch of cool fights. Will they have learnt from last time and actually have a less cringy plot?
A decent plot and a better villain would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard it's a bit hard for him to use, like, to get past the original villain, because that guy was just manic and fun.
The original villain wasn't Handsome Jack.
Oh, sorry, not original then. Yeah,
I knew you were talking about Handsome Jack, but he wasn't the original villain.
My brain just malfunctioned again. It do that.
Nah, but everyone thinks of Handsome Jack as like the best villain they ever had. So it's not weird that that's where your brain goes.
Yeah.
It does look good, but yeah, like you said, Borderlands always looks good in a trailer. Like, Borderlands 3 looked good in a trailer.
Yeah.
It did.
And that...
Until we've met the main villains and all the other bullshit.
Everything about that game.
I barely got through that game. I forced myself to get through.
I'm waiting for the story trailer and to see how they're actually fucking written. Then I'll judge it.
Yeah.
Because
I'll definitely be looking at it a review before I pick up.
Fucking
If it's like the story's okay, it'll be like, alright, that's all I need. I just want to shoot stuff. But like if it's like they did cringe again, no. I don't want cringe again.
I don't want that. We've had that meal. It's not fun. Yeah,
no. And I mean, like, I've eaten all of the Borderlands games, so... Like, I played 1, 2, pre-sequel, the Telltale game, which is probably the best thing ever to come out of Borderlands.
Yeah.
Aside from 2. 2's good. 2's good. I like 2. I played 3, and I got in a Humble Bundle, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah.
I did not finish that. I did not like that game.
No.
Yeah, I tried to download it. I couldn't get through it.
I've played all of them bar the Telltales, and yeah,
you missed out on probably the best one. The Telltale Borderlands is really, really good. Like, I would highly recommend that one.
Fair enough. I might have to try and pick them up. But yeah, Tiny Tina's, I didn't get out of the tutorial. I uninstalled it. It annoyed me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Mm.
All right, next up, Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Onimusha!
I mean, I like the Onimusha games. I played them back in the day. So I'm pretty keen for this. It's also got, yeah. Well, Capcom's been doing pretty good with their, I don't know if it's on it, but like the RE Engine's been doing some good shit. I mean, it looks nice. Like, the combat looks good. Monsters look cool. It's more Onimusha.
I always liked their monsters because they had some decent personality to them.
Yeah. I don't know if the trailer's in this playlist, but they are also remastering Onimusha 2.
Oh, neat. Like, I might pick this one up because I do like these games. I suck at them, but I like them.
I mean, I will, mostly because I pick up basically every Souls-like that comes out. I mean, I know Onimusha is kind of less Soulsy than normal Souls games, but like,
it's one of the reasons I can actually play it. Souls-likes I die too quickly. Hack and slashes I'm okay with. But this feels, it's that weird bridge between the two for me.
Yeah. I've always found Onimusha is a bit slower, which is why I don't tend to think of it as a Souls game.
Yeah.
I don't know how this
less brutal.
I don't know how this one's going to play because it's more modern and the Souls formula is really the modern version of this.
Yeah.
The previous Onimusha games had a lot more of the, like, you know, wait for the right time to perform the one cut. Yeah. Next up is kind of a worthless trailer for us because it's basically just the announcement they're bringing the Days Gone remaster to PS5. That's the one that got re-released on PC.
Yeah.
So I've already played it. But they did
I'm
add
not
some.
gonna lie, I'm keen.
They added some side content to it. You know, some other, like, I think they have a permadeath and a speedrun mode, and like a mode where you just fight hordes.
Yeah, endless horde.
I quite enjoyed this game, and I was like annoyed when it didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with that ending and there wasn't a sequel, but
at the same time, the main character is kind of a piece of shit. I don't really know why I want to see him do more.
But everyone's a piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
If they could have gone with a completely different character just within the same universe.
Yeah.
And I would have enjoyed it.
It would have been really good. But no. Like, maybe with this, like, they might get a resurgence of people and be like, oh, hey, maybe we should make another one.
All right. Next up is the new trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Metal Gear.
Which is the remake of the third Metal Gear game.
I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the lines, the Metal Gear meme and the Do the Roar meme have merged in my head.
Okay.
Because now all I can think of is that kid just going, Metal Gear!
That's fair. I mean, I was talking to my housemate, and he's like, he likes to look at the game, but he's just like, I've never played a Metal Gear game, and I feel like it's too late for me to get into it.
Fair.
It's like, yeah, it kind of is. These games have been around for so long, and like the fan base for Metal Gear is fucking rabid. But like, if you're not part of the fan base at this point, it's like, good luck playing Metal Gear 1.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Phantom Pain, like the most recent new game of it. And I dumped a lot of time, and I still go back to that every now and again. And I always wanted to play 4, but I wasn't going to buy a PlayStation just to play fucking 4. So I'll wait for them to do a remaster.
Well,
I might pick this up just to have a look at it.
We are theoretically getting 4 because they did those. They did like Metal Gear Master Collection 1, and there were data mines for a Master Collection 2 that included 4, but we haven't heard anything about it since. It's kind of been very MIA.
Radio silent on it.
Hang on.
In that 3 apparently
Metal Gear Solid. If you go to like the minute 23 mark, where he picks up a rocket launcher and aims down the scope.
Yeah.
with his eye patch
Wait.
at a minute 23.
Holy shit, he does! Oh, I love that. That is
Oh,
a bit-
fucking good work there, fucking Konami.
Oh, that's brilliant. I hope they put that in on purpose.
Oh, I don't know if that's from the original or not. Fuck.
It's fucking great.
That's good.
That was just a weird
All right.
spot. It's like, wait, how? What?
Like a good catch there. That was a good one.
Yeah. Next up is the new Digimon story game.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of keen for this. I love Digimon.
Yeah, it actually looks kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. As far as JRPG stuff goes.
Yeah.
I know absolutely nothing of Digimon.
It.
Like, I'm not someone who knows a lot about Pokemon. I know nothing about Digimon.
I was a Digimon kid. I preferred Digimon to Pokemon.
Kind of just consumed them both.
Yeah, but the great thing is, like, Digimon start off small and can go up and down doing different things, but their Digivolutions are like, alright, bigger, and now has a gun. Just, I love it.
Missile nipples.
Ah, yeah, oh, fucking Metal Greymon and his nipple missiles. But the fact you can ride, like, Garugamons and other things, it's like, I like this. My nostalgia alert is going off, and
Yeah.
I'm keen now.
Right, next up is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
I always find it weird that there is a Sonic Racing.
Yes. I thought this died a long fucking time ago.
Well, the original did. They're making another one. They want to compete with Mario Kart, quite clearly.
Good luck.
I like the fact that they had to give Sonic a car just to give him a massive handicap.
Yeah.
So,
Him, Shadow, Tails, they can all run incredibly fast.
at this point, I would probably pick this up before I pick up another Mario Kart, because I'm kind of done with Mario Kart.
I mean, they're all the same game.
You know what I want? Diddy Kong Racing. Bring back Diddy Kong Racing!
Yeah, everyone keeps asking them to do that. They're never gonna fucking do it.
They never will,
They're
no.
pussies.
I loved that game. I played the shit out of that game.
Yeah, that one Nintendo guy who listens to this podcast, I'm calling you guys out.
Yeah.
Stop being a bitch and do Diddy Kong Racing again.
Great one. But, you
Next
know,
up,
basic racing game. Always fun.
yeah. Next up is Five Nights at Freddy's Secrets of the Mummy.
I have never played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, but I have watched people play these games.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was fun at the start. Now it's just like, really? We're still making these? Although, they have transitioned away from the camera thing to more of a survival horror wander around the environment thing.
Definitely. And it's
But the fact
spawned
that we're
so
still-
many things. Like, mascot horror is on the rise, and I'm not hating it. So,
I mean, we got that Neighborhood Friends one?
yeah.
The one where they're all puppets?
Yeah. Like, I just like I'm more excited for watching someone play this than the game itself.
Yes, same. I will not buy this.
Yeah. It's not for me, but I will happily watch certain streamers play this.
I will probably watch Markiplier play it.
Yeah, same. He's really fun at screaming about things. It's either him or Daz Black. I watch either one of those guys with horror.
Or if the Scaries played it. I would love to watch
sure.
Davis try and fucking get through this game. Next up is Lost Souls Aside.
This is giving Final Fantasy vibes.
It's not Final Fantasy, though. I thought it was, because it was made by Square Enix.
Yeah.
I think if Square Enix does any sort of JRPG, it's going to look like Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It's
But-
Square Enix multiverse, from the looks of things.
Because I was looking at it like, Big Stone Dragon. Is his name Bahamut?
It's always Muhammad.
I mean,
Alright,
as
that
far
movement
as-
mechanic was
Actually,
fun.
did either of you ever play fucking Lost Odyssey? On the 360,
Yeah.
it had like 4 discs.
Yeah.
I remember playing it for a bit, yeah.
It was like almost a carbon copy of fucking Final Fantasy. And that's
Yeah.
just, looking at this, it just feels a little like that, because it was made by ex-Final Fantasy, like, devs. And this is like, it's Final Fantasy, but not Final Fantasy, but it's secretly Final Fantasy.
Made by the company who makes Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it a little bit.
This is more like you submitting another copy of your own homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I've changed the F from the final and the F with fantasy, so they're totally different.
Neobiz.
But I mean, like, it looks good. If you're into that, you're into that. I might play it at some point. As I've said before, every now and then I get the JRPG itch.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'll pick it up at any time.
I get the itch for them, but I don't have the itch to spend the time on them.
I have
That's
that itch
fair.
until I load into one and then realize just how much text there is. I'm like, okay. I'll deal with the lore dump, then hopefully the game opens up.
Alright, next up is Lies of P Overture, which seems to be an expansion for the Lies of P game.
Yeah. New area. Looks fun.
The only problem I have with it is that all the bosses and stuff seem to have much more of a big monster design. And I'm like, oh, the thing I liked about Lies of P was the robots.
I still love that first one you fight where he turns his head into his own hammer.
He rips his fucking hat off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, that's what I wanted from a sequel or follow-up. And it's like, I'm seeing a lot of cool monster design, don't get me wrong, but it's not robot monster design, which is the thing I liked about this particular product.
Yeah.
It's what made it feel different from just being another Souls game, is it was the Souls game, but with the French robots.
The French robots.
But I'm not going to say that shark thing he shoots a bow at didn't look sick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that fucking looks amazing.
Next up is Directive 8020, which
Oh.
I'm pretty keen for.
Space horror.
It's space horror by the guys who did Until Dawn.
Oh shit. Alright. It's already giving alien vibes too. I'm keen for this. Like the
It seems to be a little more the thing in space.
yeah, I mean the tech, the way the tech looks, like that weird beta kind of stuff, looks kind of fun.
From what I gather from the trailer, like some organism infects their ship and then starts making copies of them.
Oh.
So yeah, it's got kind of a The Thing vibe going on in the background. So I don't know, man. It looks cool. I like Supermassive's games. I like all the Dark Pictures stuff. Technically, this is part of Dark Pictures. It's not its own thing. I think they only put that there to sort of like temper expectation. Like it might not be a particularly long game. But then again, it's not part of the Dark Pictures anthology. It's just a Dark Pictures game. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're just using it for like understandable brand recognition.
Yeah.
Instead of like series, they'll put out like these like one-shot games under Dark Pictures so that people understand. Yeah, it's a horror thing, but like don't expect another one.
Not a bad idea. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I love their stuff. I will absolutely pick that up. Next up is Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah, this one just screams Shadow of the Colossus to me, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's got kind of a God of War vibe to it. A lot of like very
really cool.
big monsters, things, decay. I don't know. It's all the kind of things that just make me want to go play it. So
Yeah.
I mean, that shot where she's climbing along and there's the big guy in the background.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
The styling of it looks fun, like the theme.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. I'll probably pick this one up.
Next up is Saros.
Not
Which-
Saros.
I'm pretty sure you guys will figure out what this studio did before this game by the end of the trailer.
Fraternal.
Because there is what... Yes, that is correct.
I could tell it just from like the opening sections of it, looking at it. I don't know why it just screamed at me.
Yeah.
For me, it was at where is it? About a minute 18 in, is where it's like, oh yeah, this is by the Returnal devs.
I loved Returnal. It was a strange
Yeah,
but
so
fun
did I.
game.
According to the studio, this is the culmination of their entire house style. So
Oh, so it's Returnal.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a sequel to Returnal, but not a sequel to Returnal.
It's actually a sequel that is simultaneously a prequel.
Because they have this shot where like this big multi-armored demon shows up and starts lighting fireballs, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks very Returnal. And then they zoom in on his eyeball, and you can see the reflection of the bullet hell coming, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm probably going to pick that up. That looks pretty good.
I will 100% pick that up. I loved Returnal.
And it sounds like they're just taking everything they've learned throughout their entire game catalog. It's like, right, distill down into a single concept.
Yeah. So next up, we have Mind's Eye, which is a near-future military game done by ex-GTA devs.
I was going to say, it does have that GTA style to it.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I like things that are like near future where we can have some robotics and things. I think they really help make games fun.
Yeah,
So,
very much a near future aesthetic.
Near future is pretty good.
So,
It
you know,
looks
near
somewhere
future
between
GTA.
Cyberpunk and GTA, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. A nice happy medium.
I'm into that. I really want to pick this up when it comes
Yeah.
out.
I'll definitely grab that one, I think.
Like, it's very pretty at the moment, but again, it's one of those ones like, okay, what are we actually doing in this? Or is it just fucking run around, blow shit up? Like,
Look, they managed to get, 4 Just Cause games out of just blowing shit up?
true.
That fourth one was a bit
Oh,
bad.
let's call it 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pay that. But still, they made 3 solid games out of, what's the goal? Blow everything up that's red.
Do you hate the color red? Yes. Well, I've got a game for you.
Next up is Hell Is Us, which last time we saw it was just that stylish trailer with the dude with the sword.
Yeah.
Now it's a stylish trailer of a guy with a drone.
It was reminding me of those like drone TikToks where they're just running through doing ads for places.
I mean, it looks cool.
Looks fun.
We
Oh,
continue
that
to
guy's missing his eyes.
Yeah. Fucking dude with like 9 people's jowls taped onto him.
You know what I'd really like? Is it just the end of the trailer, a portal opens and Doom Guy walks out? That'd be great. I'd like that.
Next up is Metal Eden, which I'm kind of keen for.
It sounds familiar.
I don't think I've talked about it before, but it looks like it's a movement shooter, and I fucking adore movement shooters.
Fair. Ooh, I like the style of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bit where it runs across the 2 walls, though, it's like, that's very Titanfall.
Yeah.
But if they can make the movement feel half as good as it did in Titanfall, this game will be great.
Ah, God, Titanfall was great. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna pick this one up, I think. I'm liking that.
Next up,
This looks
was
like
that
Combat
small-
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I would have said that was Ghostwire. Not Ghostwire, Ghost Run.
Yeah.
I didn't play that. Just looking at it.
That's fair. Next up, because it's launching this month, Monster Hunter.
I like Monster Hunter.
It looks cool. You see lots of monsters. Yeah.
And there's new cat people.
Next up is Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Hey, side-scrolling combat one.
The thing that's weird though is like it feels like it's cribbing a lot of the notes from Mark of the Ninja.
A little bit.
That was such a good game.
Yeah, I know, right? When I saw this, it was like, oh my god, are we getting a second Mark of the Ninja? And then I found out it was Shinobi.
The aesthetic, everything about it is fucking Mark of the Ninja.
Yeah,
I know, but I don't think it's. I haven't been able to find
me.
anything that says it's what studio it is, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
The
last
style
time I
of it
played
makes me
Shinobi
think
was
of,
like
old
on
90s.
the Sega, I'd almost say fucking Master System.
Oh yeah, it would have been a while ago now. Fuck.
Oh yeah, Shinobi's an old property for Sega.
I'm happy they're bringing it out at the time, though.
Let me see if I can find who's making it.
The style, though, just makes me think of those old 90s cartoons. Like, I don't know, it's just the way he moves and everything. It looks cool, I like it.
Apparently, it's a first-party project by Sega.
Oh, okay.
But it really looks like someone was like, okay, our entire dev team, sit down, play Mark of the Ninja.
Yeah.
Now make a
do
game.
that, but for us.
Do it again.
Next up is The Midnight Walk, which is something I think Swoosh is definitely going to play.
Ooh. This is weird and creepy looking.
It's got a very Tim Burton vibe.
Yeah, fucking
I was
Earth
gonna
does.
say, like, did someone plug a computer into Tim Burton's
This
mind
is-
again?
This is Nightmare Before Video Games. Fuck.
The more I watch of this, the more I want to play it. It's creepy and fun.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be like that more like goofy creepy.
Yeah. Like the, Nightmare Before Christmas kind of levels of Halloween Town.
Well, I mean, that, where is it? At about 18 seconds in, that dude reminds me, the dude with the guitar, reminds me of the mayor of Nightmare Town.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was
fucking
half
oath.
expecting his face to start
Yeah,
rotating.
absolutely.
The main character is, like, equal parts adorable and terrifying.
You seem to be escorting the little
Yeah.
dude.
The entire game is an escort quest.
It seems that way, but like it definitely seems like you could just like leave him. He's not like gonna get in the way in combat. Yeah, nah, it looks interesting. I'm very keen for that one.
They're so interesting looking. I like the creature design. Alright, yeah, I'm in.
Next up is one none of us are gonna play because it's the new way they're delivering the WWE games, which is with this new island motif where you can walk around and see other players and wear shitty merch from the franchises, you know, like you can do in Street Fighter or Splatoon. Two better games.
Like, I remember playing wrestling games as a kid, and they were fun. But I can't go back to them.
This
Well,
looks
the
like
thing for-
someone's just trying way too fucking hard to make WWE relevant. Like, it can't
Yeah.
just be beating each other up. We need more. We need to do something. Like,
Well, I think probably even their consumers were getting sick of like, I'm just getting a roster update, guys.
yeah.
So it's like, all right, fine, we'll give you a whole island where you can show off your drip.
It's like when fucking Mortal Kombat tried to do the whole fucking, like, here's your graveyard, go through and find all your things.
Oh
Yeah. Oh, I hated that.
Next up is Split Fiction, which is that new
Two-person
It takes
co-op.
two
Yeah.
kind of game.
yeah, it's from the same dev.
Yeah.
So it's like cool. Like apparently that studio knows exactly what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
I've not had the chance to play It Takes Two, but yeah, apparently that game did incredibly well. And yeah, doing another co-op title makes sense for that studio.
Their suits look like Mega Man. I like it. This
Next
looks
up.
cool.
Yeah. If you've got a buddy to play it with, like apparently they're excellent games. Except apparently in It Takes Two you do murder a teddy bear.
Oh, damn.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Next up is the they did put a trailer in here for it. The remake of Onimusha 2.
Pretty much. Ooh.
I mean, if you want to get players excited for a new Onimusha, it's not a bad idea to remaster the old ones.
Pretty much.
Yeah, give them a taste of the old one to rekindle the love.
Yeah. Apparently, it's mostly just an upgrade with some light quality of life improvements, like the camera works better and the controls are a bit tighter.
Nice.
Here's one I was not expecting. The next one is the Dave the Diver crossover with fucking Yakuza.
See, like, you weren't expecting it, but it still
It
works.
makes
Like,
absolute sense, though.
So I definitely
Does it?
taking
It
this.
turns Dave the Diver into a side-scrolling brawler.
Yeah. I know, I love Dave the Diver, so I'm definitely picking this up. I've got the Godzilla one for this game. I fucking love this game.
It's just like, it's such a bizarre... Like if you asked me properties that would cross over with Dave the Diver, I would not have said Yakuza.
But
Yeah.
for that Yakuza game in particular, it does make perfect fucking sense.
Oh, look, it makes perfect sense now that I've seen it.
Yeah.
But if you'd asked me what would you cross Dave the Diver over with, I would not have said Yakuza.
No.
I would have thought like Subnautica before I thought of like Yakuza.
Yeah? Next up is Darwin's Paradox.
Ooh. Fun.
Which has got a very, inside...
vibe?
Yeah.
No. More like inside or, fuck, what was the game they did before Inside?
Can't remember. But this does look like fun.
Yeah. It's just a platformer. I'm into it.
It looks pretty cool. I think I might pick that up.
Alright, next one's a bit of a weird-looking game. It's called Dreams of Another, and it seems to be that you fire guns into the mist to build the world.
Oh, I know this one. I've seen this popping up because a bunch of streamers were playing it ages ago. You're basically like spraying light and outlining stuff, right? Or
No, you literally just shoot a gun at mist.
Oh.
Back.
yeah, no, this is a different thing entirely. That's odd.
And part of the idea is that, like, they wanted, like... Because, like, they point out, like, there's this quote that shows up where they talk about how destruction makes way for creativity.
Yeah, no creation without destruction.
What's the bet there's not a school level?
Yeah, fair.
So, yeah, they kind of give you the tools of destruction to build the level with? I don't know. It's definitely going to fit into someone's art house project. It's
Yeah.
It's an odd thing.
It looks like Kojima breached containment again.
Kinda.
Yeah. Like, would probably be very interesting to play through, but at the same time, what are this?
It's like someone's taking a metaphor just a bit too far. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
And that's it. That's all the trailers.
There's a few games I'm kind of keen for.
Yeah, I know, right? There's some interesting stuff. And most of that, despite the fact that PlayStation doesn't tell you, is coming to PC.
Yeah, I
think
saw Steam listed on a bunch of
I think the only one that I recall is specifically probably going to stand on Sony is the Trials of Annihilation one, because that's made by an in-house studio.
Yeah, they're not going to let that one out without a fight. But that one does look good.
Yes. I may just have to wait a year to play it.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait. It'll eventually come to us.
One of the trailers that's missing, not that it was much of a trailer, they were doing a crossover with Stellar Blade and gave the PC release date for Stellar Blade, which is June.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's it. That's the state of play.
Not a bad state of
I
play.
think-
I actually had some
was pretty good.
stuff in there.
What was really good is that was a 40-minute state of play for the whole thing.
Yeah.
No preamble, none of that. Like, maybe total across the entire 40-minute presentation, maybe 4 minutes of people talking.
That's not bad.
So it was basically just back-to-back games.
Yeah. Which is a vast improvement from the other times.
Yeah.
Like, because it's less waffle and more, okay, show us the things we're here to see, please.
What's more the fact that, like, Nintendo or Xbox, when they put theirs up, they'll be like, here's a 2-hour presentation. All right, I'm going to skip the first hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Here's a
wait,
bunch
until
of
get
someone's
to
devs
the
on the
talking
fucking
about their
presentation.
personal lives. It's very new. They got to self-flagellate themselves.
Well, the problem is they're usually not even got devs.
Yeah,
Most of the time, it's just countdown to presentation start. It's the upload of the fucking VOD. Just cut it off.
Yeah. I hate that shit. Every time.
I'm just gonna skip. So why did you upload it? It's a literal waste of time.
And of course, they always leave in the start where no one can hear anything, and the voices don't work. It's we got that going. Like, no, just cut that shit out. You don't need that. It doesn't humanize you anymore.
Right. So since it's February and things are a bit shorter this week, we're already at Book Week.
Book Week.
That came by real quick.
Yeah, I know, right?
It did.
So the book we read for last month was Jade City.
Yes.
What do we think?
It took me a while to get into it.
Yeah.
Coming from a lot of lit RPGs and into this, or prog fantasy or anything like that, it took me a while to get in. I was expecting a character to build up, not an entire family and an overarching story. I was expecting a single protagonist who builds up.
Yeah, no. Instead, it was a interesting read. Like it took me a while to get into it. The middle was fun, and then it lost me towards the end. I had to struggle through that end point. But other than that, I didn't hate it.
I had the same trouble you guys did with the start, mostly because it's such a lore dump.
Yeah.
Like, it is conveying you everything about this family and how they were kind of at war with this other family and a couple of characters from that family, so we can actually set up the fucking war. As well as explaining to you what Jade is, how it affects people, what it can be used for, what withdrawal from Jade feels like, what are the itches? Why can't people other than these people use Jade? What is this fucking serum that can make other people use Jade? It's like, it's just so fucking much.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
They
at
almost
the same
needed
time,
another whole book to set up the whole world before they went into this.
You need a Silmarillion for this thing.
Yeah.
But with all of that, it meant they had a really strong story to work from because they spent the time setting up a really solid base and then going, okay, we're going to start the whole thing going now. Unfortunately, that is an annoying amount of time into the book. It is a bit of a rough start.
There were a few things in I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it, who is going to.
We've spoiled the end of books in this bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we've done a few.
But
this is your spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Stop listening for the next, few seconds. When he was, when the pillar of the main family starts getting crook after he has that fight, I kept thinking, they've just spoken a whole heap about how you can't have Jade and Gold. I kept thinking okay, well, maybe there's some sort of interaction that affects their ability. But no, it's just there's Jade and there's Gold, and you can't have both. Yeah. But I kept, as he's feeling crooker, weaker and weaker, I kept thinking, oh, hang on, is there's something wrong with that dagger that he's picked up, or is it really yellow Jade and it affects him in a different way? But no, he just overstrained himself, and that was it. I thought there would. Yeah. As I was looking I kept looking for the twist, oh, this is what's happened. No. Yeah, but no.
Particularly in the little bit after that fight where he takes the other guy's Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is there something corrupt about this Jade?
Particularly when they say, oh, that was a rush. That felt really different. There was something odd about that. And I kept trying to look for where the turn was on, and it just never happened. It would have been
never
interesting
paid off.
Yeah, it would have been interesting for him to bring in, there's Yellow Jade, and it's a thing that affects you in a different way, or
instead of giving you strength, it saps it, kind of thing.
The gold inlay, there's a kernel of truth in every myth, and you can't have Jade and Gold, and that's
that was just a cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
metaphor.
exactly. That's all it ended up being. But I kept looking for that extra little kernel of why is this happening? Not just he's strained himself.
Yeah, because it feels a bit empty for this kung fu guy, the powerful pillar, to just overexert himself and then.
Well, he did point out that he hadn't actually done any combat in 15 years.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, but it was just I couldn't help but look for that extra little bit that was a little more reasoning for it.
That's fair.
One thing I did like was the fact that the entire fight between the clans starts from a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they send a bunch of idiot kids with machine guns promising them Jade if they succeed to a pub or something. It's a club or something or other.
Yeah.
And they see the pillar walk out. It's oh fuck, that's why they sent us here. Let's go shoot him up. completely forgetting this guy is like a chi master covered in jade. Like,
Yeah.
you are two nothings with machine guns. Good luck.
And they don't even succeed, but still succeed.
Yeah.
Like, god damn.
They shoot at him. One of them gets slaughtered, but then the pillar dies essentially of a heart attack or an overdose of that weird shine drug. It's like, the guy runs away in fear. Like, the kid runs off, and then finds out later that they found him floating in the harbor. And even he thinks he did it then. And the fact that he goes back to his handler, it's like, hey, I did that thing. It's like, you fucked us is what you did. Leave. Get out. By rights, I should hand you over myself.
But that's that whole thing of like the bad penny always turns up. Like the one, like if they just killed him at the fucking start, none of this would have happened.
Which I liked that. That was a fun little like callback throughout the book. But other than that, it was good.
Yeah.
I'll probably go back and read the rest of it at some point. It's probably not on the top of my list to read.
Yeah. It's not at the top of my list, but it is in like a potential like, oh fuck, I've got nothing to read. Oh yeah, I might go back to that.
I think mostly just because of all the work they did setting up the world. It's like, well, there's 3 more books in this setting and they don't need to spend all that time doing setup. What can you do if you've got like the whole book and you can just fucking go ham?
Yeah. Can you do a little more succinct story of just like, this is happening. Yeah,
because the fight's still ongoing at the end of that first book. I do like the villain, like the chick who's running the other clan, because she feels psychotic, but in that really, really calculating way. Like, almost Azula levels of mad. Like, it's entertaining. I quite like it. Because she rises to power by smothering her adopted father in his sleep, and then killing everyone further ahead into succession than her.
Yeah.
Like, including just branch families. It's just, done. None of you.
Yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile look. As I said, it's a rough start, but like genuinely, and I really hate ever saying this because I'm like the first person to say it's a load of bullshit. Yeah, push through it; it's worth it.
Yeah, the start of it is like drags a chain, but it does pick up. I'd probably put it at like a 7.5 maybe.
Yeah.
Not something that's I can immediately read now. But it does become a good book with awesome lore. Like, I'd really like to know where it goes beyond there.
Yeah,
it's piqued my interest for more of the series, but not enough to go hunting it out just yet.
Yeah, same. All right, so that was Jade City. Yeah. Did you believe John Doe's got this month's book?
I have, and we're going to step into the top of the fantasy tree in the current point in time.
Yeah.
And if you talk to anyone and say, what's a fantasy book I should read? You're going to get fucking recommended this at least once. We're finally going to do Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings, the start of the Stormlight Archive. Yeah. So, yeah, let's step into the popularity, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I'll read through the blurb. I'll skip over... speak again the ancient oaths. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination, return to men the shards they once bore. The night radiant must stand again. Rashara Rashara is a world of stone and storms. Uncanny tempests of incredible power sweep across the rocky terrain so frequently that they have shaped ecology and civilization alike. Animals hide in the shells, trees pull in branches, and grass retracts into the soilless ground. Cities are built only where the topography offers shelter. It has been centuries since the fall of the 10 consecrated orders known as the Knights Radiant, but the shard blades and shard plate remain, the mystical swords and suits of armor that transform ordinary men into near invincible warriors. Men trade kingdoms for shard blades. Wars were fought for them and won by them. One such war rages in a ruined landscape called the Shattered Plains. There, Kaladin, who trades his medical apprenticeship for a spear to protect his little brother, has been reduced to slavery. In a war that makes no sense, where 10 armies fight separately against a single foe, he struggles to save his men and fathom the leaders who consider them expendable. Bright Lord Dalamir Colin commands one of those other armies. Like his brother, the late king, he is fascinated by the ancient text called the Way of Kings. Troubled by overpowering visions of ancient times and the Knights Radiant, he's begun to doubt his own sanity. Across the ocean, an untried young woman named Shallan seeks to train under an eminent scholar and notorious heretic, Delanez Leith Jasnath. Fuck me, I'm going to butcher these names. Although she genuinely loves learning, Shallan's motives are less than pure as she plans to a draft theft or daring theft. Her research for Jasnath hits us at secrets of the Knights Radiant and the true cause of the war. Holy fuck, this sounds like Game of Thrones is all over the fucking shop.
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
Except it actually has magic.
Yeah.
Going through all of that, and I'm starting, because I picked this book up years ago in like an airport, shop, but never finished it. I read it on the plane, but only got like part way through it. And I remember certain bits of it. I know the slave guy and what happens with him at the start. But that's about it. But yeah, no, I remember it being interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. I've had it recommended to me several times and figured, fuck it, there's a few in the series. If I like it, I'll keep going with them.
Yeah, it's just a few.
I mean, like, he did the Mistborn series, and that's really good.
Yeah.
So, he's definitely a competent writer. It's not like, is he gonna fucking pull it off or not? No. And unlike fucking George R.R. Martin, it's like he can actually fucking put a book out.
Yeah, you can actually do one in a reasonable time frame.
Despite the fact that he's got, like, you could beat a motherfucker to death with these size of these fucking books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is 45 and a half hours. Like, this is a good fucking stretch.
Yeah. Like, his books are never novellas. They're always like, you want a book? I'll show you a fucking book.
I actually saw a video where some people were going to go meet him, and they got permission from his publisher to reprint the book and rebind it in A3.
Oh, I watched that video
I love
too,
that.
They went through it and for the release of the new book. That was a really cool book. They do rebinding of a whole heap of books. It's really awesome.
They did they did custom artwork and everything for the front of the books and gave him A3 copies of his own books.
That sounds amazing.
Holy fuck, these are big fucking books.
Yeah. I was not lying when I said you could beat bitches to death.
Oh,
Yeah.
45 and a half hours for the first, 48 or just over 48 hours for the second. The 0.5s are a lot shorter. It's 6.5 hours. Fuck you, no. All right.
Yeah,
might as well strap in.
And the thing is, like, his writing isn't waffly either. Like, he's normally pretty succinct and to the point with most things. Like, this is a thing in the room, explain, onto the action. And we'll go that way. As opposed to, like, fucking the other guy who's like, oh, we're going to talk about every dish on the table. Do we have to?
Fucking last book in the series that's currently out is 62 hours.
Yeah. That's usually a compilation of multiple books.
Yeah.
Look, you get your money's worth and you use a credit on Brandon Sanderson. Like,
yeah.
But no,
I've been kind of eyeing it off because after I saw that video, every time I looked up anything to do with books, and like there's a guy on TikTok I watch for book recommendations, and every chance he can get, he'll try and get people to read fucking Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive. It's like, okay, fine, I'll read the fucking book.
Fine, I'll do the thing. And then, of course, you go back later, like, it was really good.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of people will hold up the Wheel of Time as this amazing series of books, and I did not get into the Wheel of Time.
I got 3 books into the Wheel of Time, and then just kind of got bored. Mostly because the main character was just a little whiny bitch to me.
And I know a lot of people who've read it can kind of get over it. I don't really want to read a book series where the author died.
Yeah.
I know his son has picked them up since then and has apparently done okay with it, but it's like, it's not by the guy who wrote them.
Yeah. It's why I like what they did with the, oh, my brain's just gone dead. Who was the guy who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide?
Douglas Adams?
Douglas Adams. When he passed, there was the one book he was halfway done. His son tried to patch it up called The Salmon of Doubt. It didn't end well, but thankfully, when Terry Pratchett passed, his daughter's like, no, we're not touching this. It ends. We're not going to keep trying to push Discworld on.
Yeah.
It was his thing. He's gone. I really liked it. I'm very happy she didn't try to like, oh, we're going to write stuff in that one now and go on, but no.
I don't think anyone could write like
Douglas
like
Adams,
he
yeah.
Douglas Adams or Terry Pratchett, like those two were just
it's
so strange.
I tried watching Good Omens too.
Oh, I love
And
it.
it lost that little bit of whimsy that Pratchett brought to it. It was just a straight out bang, here's your story. It just it had a little bit of soul that was missing from it.
One half of the soul was gone.
Mm. On a very different note, He Who Fights With Monsters 12 is up for pre-order.
Oh, interesting.
Cool. I will read that when it comes out.
Mm.
We've
done it again. We've fallen down the book hole.
Release date 20th of May, 2025.
Yeah, but I got a couple months to wait.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. He better be heading somewhere with this.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oath.
I'm not dealing with another fucking entire book of just, we're going to run around in proto spaces.
Ugh. I mean, it was fun and all, but no, I'm done with that.
Pretty much. So, we're doing Stormlight Archives Book 1, Way of the Kings. That's this month's read.
It's a
feel
good
like
thing
it's going to be
else we would have sat here for ages looking at more books.
It feels like it's going to be a bit of a mission to get done. All 45 hours of it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start it pretty much as soon as I finish my current book and go from there.
I'm going to have to start this one basically tonight. Just keep going. Just listen to it at work. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I actually started doing that a little bit at work because I'm doing a lot more like just restocking shelves right now.
Mm.
So I've been sort of getting, let's just put an audiobook on.
Hey, it works.
All right, that's it. I think we're out over an hour, so that's your lot for the week. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.